This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
Wow, we almost dropped the ball there.
Just a little bit.
That's
fine.
Fix it on the other end.
That's fine. How's it going, everybody?
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, we're on the show. Wait, what are we doing?
We're supposed to be doing a show.
Oh, are we?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, that's what we're supposed to
It's
do.
Friday.
It is Friday.
You know,
It's
a talk show we do.
We
commentated, actually. I don't know if
you can call it a talk. We are talking. That is definitely true. It's talk radio, I guess.
It is.
Kind of what it is, but
I mean, it's opinion based. There's no actual.
Well, we are talking about stories.
Yeah, we read the news
and then we opinionate on them.
Yeah, we try to be somewhat funny about it sometimes.
Maybe a little bit.
Sometimes we don't have to. Sometimes the jokes write themselves.
Yeah, just like this one right here. Do you want to go with it, or do you want to run
Sure,
through it?
I can do that, I guess. A Republican lawmaker in Oklahoma wants to see his state cash in on Americans' obsession with mythical creatures.
They want to cash in on it.
Yeah, I don't know about
like they want to start a new television show.
I'm confused. Well, see, here's where I'm confused at. Just for a moment, have you heard anything about people's obsession with mythical creatures?
Well, I mean, H2.
No, that's aliens. That's not mythical creatures.
They do the mythical creatures too.
Do they?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
The second area of the History Channel, they take all the mythical creatures. It's not just aliens. They do all the mythical creatures.
Oh, I didn't know that. I mean, I guess fine. I guess
they do everything.
Okay,
it's what they do. That's the whole deal.
Well, no, and that's fine. I didn't know this. I just figured it was all aliens.
No, it's more than just aliens. But anyway, State Rep Justin Humphreys introduced a bill in the State House of Representatives late last week that would create a Bigfoot hunting season.
What about wabbit season?
They have that.
Oh.
And duck season. They have wabbit season and duck season.
Well, that's good. So they want to do
Bigfoot hunting
season.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
What's the point of this? I mean, let's think about this for just a second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't realize that, okay, let me back this up just a tad. Normal people, and it's not to say that people don't hunt for sport, because they do.
Yes.
I'm a little bothered by that myself. I don't think you should kill anything that you don't plan on eating and using.
I mean, that would be the preference.
Okay.
Like, if you're going to kill it, at least eat it.
Yeah, or give it to somebody that can use it. Don't just, and I'm sure
give it
not
to a butcher or something.
I'm sure people do, but I'm just
make sure it gets used.
The idea of just doing it to do it bothers me. I can't just
a trophy piece is not cool.
No. But my idea of hunting, though, the point, especially nowadays, is for population control. That's my understanding.
Well, there's
nowadays.
a big issue with
well, because you don't need to have. You don't have to go hunting for your food anymore.
No, that's right.
Thanks to grocery stores and civilization and whatnot.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. So hunting has become something of, literally of a sport or to maintain the population control of said creature.
Correct. Yes, I agree.
I did not realize that Bigfoot was becoming so overpopulated that we had to.
We have so many big feet out there.
Yeah.
So many of the big feats that Humphreys introduced Bill HB 1648 last week, which would direct the Oklahoma Wildlife Conservation Commission to establish a specific hunting season for tracking down the Sasquatch. Complete with licensing.
There it is. Yeah. I was going to say, all this is
just a way to make some extra
one
cash.
More way to make some extra money. That's
if you're if you're going to go to Oklahoma and chase down the Bigfoots, you got to get licensed.
Oklahoma
is the place to be.
Yeah. The Oklahoma Wildlife Conservation Commission shall promulgate.
Promulgate.
That word.
Okay.
Rules establishing a Bigfoot hunting season. Now, the way they wrote it out here, they don't have Bigfoot as a name. It's Bigfoot, two words.
Big foot.
Yeah.
It's not Bigfoot.
So does that mean you're hunting people with big feet?
It could be.
The commission shall set annual season dates and create any necessary specific hunting licenses and fees. But he doesn't want any hunters to actually kill the beast.
Don't bring your guns.
So let me get this clear.
Yeah, you don't want to capture it.
You're not even hunting. You're not actually, I mean, you're hunting it, but it's all for trapping. You're not to kill it.
Oh, no, it's not even for trapping. For reals. If you damage it, you're bad. No, this is just to get pictures. This is just for pictures.
Instead, Humphrey said in a press release after introducing the bill, he wants the state to offer $25,000 bounty for the first person to trap the creature and bring it in.
Oh, they are actually trapping it. Okay. All right. I figured they were going for the Insta.
No,
Okay.
no. I mean, they probably are, but
Right. Bigfoot Insta.
and if you think about this, honestly, this is freaking genius.
Isn't it though?
It is.
Offer a $25,000 bounty for Bigfoot.
No, that's not it, because they're never going to have to pay that.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's
But do you
great.
realize how many dumbasses are actually going to be like, I'm going to go get my license so I can go hunt me a Bigfoot. And they'll have it in the stipulation with all this stuff.
Bigfoot hunter.
Yeah, they'll have it in the stipulation in the bill too. I bet you it's in there somewhere. It implies that the $25,000 bounty does not apply. Even if you capture it, if you don't buy the license and
if you don't have the license
and don't do it within season,
right? Yeah,
then you don't get the money.
that's right. It has to be in season.
Their way or the highway.
Yep. If it has to be in season, you have to be licensed, and you can't kill it.
Yeah,
It has to be alive.
Humphrey emphasized that the state could benefit from an increase in tourism should the government go through with his bill.
Right.
They would.
Yes.
They would.
Not joking at all. You're correct.
It would be, like I said, realize how many people would pop in on there and be like, I can go hunting for Bigfoot? All I got to do is hand you money?
Just a few bucks?
Okay.
Heck yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it's obvious. It's a good play.
Oh, my good Lord.
This is a good way to make money.
Well, I mean, they're being suckered. We know that. I mean, that's very clear and very obvious. Quote, a lot of people don't believe in Bigfoot, but a lot of people do.
Right.
Just like some people like to go deer hunting while some don't. I hate to say this, that's not apples. That's apples and oranges, Chief. Believing in the existence of something and liking to having the taste or the desire to perform an activity, two very different things.
Very different things, yes.
Because you could believe in Bigfoot
Yes.
and hate hunting.
True. Because, I mean,
You know what
you
I
don't
mean?
have to hunt with a gun.
No.
Actually, they require you don't shoot it.
You couldn't anyway because all the pictures come out grainy.
That's right. I wonder if, it's just going to be a giant trap field in the woods now.
No, the only thing I'm thinking about this, and it just kind of hit me, I wonder it's kind of dangerous when you think about it.
It's very dangerous. You're literally like, okay, I'm going to get you guys to set up traps.
All over the place, and then somebody's going to walk through not paying attention.
It's a dungeon.
And
It's an open air dungeon. That's what it is.
You want to play a game?
It's time to play.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. But no, somebody's going to be walking through there somewhere and get snagged because somebody left a Bigfoot trap somewhere.
And it will be big.
And it'll be huge.
Huge.
He added that though Bigfoot is a less serious matter than censorship or the beef industry.
Right.
Two topics in which he said he has also filed litigation.
Okay.
Or legislation, I'm sorry. Tourism is huge for his constituents and just as important. He believes a Bigfoot hunting season would result in a major boost for his local economy, except for the fact it won't work.
What do you mean?
He can't do it.
What do you mean?
Well, there's this little thing going around that everybody's making a big deal out of.
What's that?
It's called the Kung Fu flu.
Oh.
Or the Wu-Tang clap, coronavirus.
The Chinese deal?
Yeah.
So you're saying that he won't get any additional money because
we have a president in office now who's going to federally mandate that people have to wear masks.
even in the woods
Even in the woods.
by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then I'm telling you, there'll be all these loopholes and they will never have to pay nothing. According to Humphrey, the press release said his hometown already has a Bigfoot festival every October, so he believes the proposed hunting season should align with that.
Okay, so October, November, so like basically the fall season.
Mm-hmm.
So September to what? November?
Probably.
So September to December?
Yeah, somewhere around in there.
Bigfoot hunting season when it's just cold enough.
Actually, will work because if my memory serves me correctly, it'll overlap right into deer season.
It will. It will indeed. But then you'll be trapping deer.
Well, but I'm just saying. Quote, having a license and a tag would give people a way to prove they participated in the hunt.
Mm.
You know what else would prove they participated in the hunt?
Video evidence
Or dragging back the dead carcass. That would
of a Bigfoot.
that would be working. That would work too. Again, the overall goal is to get people to our area to enjoy the natural beauty and to have a great time. And if they find Bigfoot while they're at it, well, hey, that's just an even bigger prize. Really?
Yeah.
Anybody ever stopped to wonder if Bigfoot might not be like aggressive?
I mean,
Come to our state. We've got Bigfoot. You would love it here. Just hunt him. Don't shoot him. Oh, there you go.
good job, you.
Oh, no. You've been mauled to death by this unknown creature.
Oh my goodness, it broke your spine in half.
Goodness, my dear. Where's your face?
Did it just suplex you into the ground?
Grabbed you by your ankles and drug you into the woods. Someone's got a new occupation.
That's just
Anyway.
what it is.
I know I get it. It's a tourist trap thing. It's a gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
And sadly, people will pay to do this.
Oh, yeah. Slug Rhapsody over on the Twitters. For a conservative radio show with a mythical critter as a mascot, you're awfully cynical. Jackalope.
Oh,
For the Jackhole Nation out there.
yeah.
But we know that's fake.
Yeah, we literally made it.
Yeah. I kind of made that one.
We literally put it together and put it into print. Like,
And I get it. It's a jackalope, which
has been around since I was a kid. Before that.
forever. Like America's Funniest Videos.
Jackalopes and snipe hunting.
That's it.
Again, it's a great gimmick, and there will be jackwagons who will pay for it to be able to have the opportunity. The problem with it is it wouldn't. Do you really think, honestly, that if you track down a legitimate Bigfoot,
Right.
okay, Sasquatch, whatever you want to call it, and you drug this sucker in anywhere, do you really think anybody's going to stop you and go, well, sir, dude, you realize it's out of season? You don't have a license. We're
You
gonna
just can't get the reward.
Yeah, well, you not only do you not get the reward, but
We
you
got to
were,
set it free.
you were in a violation. No, we're assuming it's dead. So now it's a violation. Now you're going to have to be. We're going to have you arrested. You're going to spend the next 22 years in jail.
Yeah, it's like you
can get out in 12 if you're good
you
behavior.
poached Bigfoot.
Yeah,
It's now poaching Bigfoot.
basically. I'm just saying. Again, great gimmick. It's a great little thing. I don't think the government needs to be doing that because that's not the government's place.
But then again,
But I mean, if it's bad because that's a con. You know
oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
it's a good one.
That's a scheme.
It's a good one though.
You're literally bilking people out of their money because you know as well as I do that you're not going to find it.
Nope.
And then it won't even let you kill it. Again, watch. Well, let's just play the game and again say that let's say it is real. And you go walking in the woods.
Yep.
Shh. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting a Bigfoot. And then you go walking through the woods and you see him. And then you don't kill him. You try to arrest him. You try to trap him.
Try to trap him instead of kill him.
And then you completely underestimate everything about him. He's
Right.
stronger. He's more aggressive.
the bear trap doesn't actually cut through his leg.
No, it's like an irritating nuisance at best.
Right. It's like somehow his hide is tougher than nails.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right.
That he just comes at you and just this powerful motion literally separates your head from your shoulders to the point that you actually for a couple seconds have conscious thought going, so this is what it's like to not have my head,
And then gone.
And then it's over.
Right.
It's
like those scenes that you see in like old martial arts movies or animes where a guy gets a head cut off and it flies in the air, but he's still thinking. He's like, oh my, this is not good.
I really should have went with a low kick. I'm just saying, it's so stupid.
That's how it works.
But the problem I have with it is so the government can go ahead and sucker people out of their money. Mm-hmm. But God help you if you have.
God help you if you try to suck people out of their money. If you're not
giving somebody an honest shake at their money, ooh boy, you're looking at lawsuits and everything else.
Well, that is unless you are, Wall Street. That's unless you're Wall Street. Who has the protection of the government behind them now, apparently.
Oh, good.
Or at least the protection of Elizabeth Warren.
Oh, well, then I wouldn't worry about it because
it's not going to be too bad.
That's not protection.
No, it's not really. But Elizabeth Warren has called for the U.S. Securities Exchange Commission to investigate the potential market manipulation after an army of Redditors drove up the GameStop stock value to squeeze hedge fund short sellers. Warren characterized the scenario as a flash mob with money engaged in internet trading schemes.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's a bunch of regular people that have a little bit of money, and they've decided that you shouldn't be shorting companies.
Yeah, you don't sit and manipulate.
You shouldn't be betting on the failure of other companies.
Well, no, I don't have the problem with betting on the failure. That just shows how much of a douchebag you are. But I don't have the problem with that. The problem with it is the manipulation that follow behind it.
Right.
If you want to make a fair bet and be like, man, I don't think these guys are going to last much longer just based off of the economy or the way things are going, blah.
Sure, I'm in.
Be honest and make it an actual bet.
Yeah, and that's what they did. That's what these hedge fund managers did.
I know that, but what I'm saying is but it's shrouded. It's not counted as a bet. It's being shrouded under, investments and exchanges.
Right,
it's not counted as actual gambling.
No, yeah. It's not a gamble, it's a bet.
And that's the part of the problem.
It's not a gamble, but it is. I mean, that's all Wall Street is a gamble.
Oh, I know.
It's all manipulation and gambling. But these guys, so we told you yesterday, it was upwards, at the time of the biggest part of the short, it was upwards of $70-some billion.
Yeah.
The short eventually, because they were able to pause trading, by the way, they reinitialized trading again.
Good.
And the stock price jumped again.
Of course it did. Because they're like, okay.
It shot up twice as fast again. But yeah, so the people that were shorting it, they got it to a manageable level of $17 billion instead of $70 billion that they owe for shorting one stock.
Yeah. It's funny because, it's okay for the hedge guys to do it.
But it's not okay for us to do it?
It's not okay for us to be able to do it.
It's not okay for normal Joes to come together and say, you know what? Well, that's what a hedge fund is. It's one guy controlling a whole bunch of people's money.
Yeah. Well, not anymore. Not these guys. Not anymore.
Not the ones that voted on shorting it.
They're all running... They're all getting ready to try and get a job at McDonald's.
That's right. In a letter to the SEC released on Friday, that's today, the senator, who has recently typically castigated Wall Street in the past, she castigated Wall Street and expressed deep concerns about the Reddit army recently behind the GameStop surge, speculating that potential market manipulation had taken place. Quote, I'm writing in regards to the recent surge in the share prices for a video game retailer shop, GameStop.
Nobody cares.
Whose stocks are up 1,700% this month, including Wednesday's climb at 135%, driven by what one expert called A flash mob with money, Warren began. These wild swings in the value of GameStop and other companies that are subject to similar bets by traders are detached from the factors that traditionally help establish a company's value in investors.
No, it's not. No, it's not. If a company takes money and sells its shares, then it helps that company. Period. Hands down.
Right. If a company is a public traded company,
Yep.
its value goes up as people buy in.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's how its shares go up as people buy in, or as futures predict that it possibly
Could be,
could be good.
yeah.
It could possibly be good.
A solid bet. As
It's
we
like
said.
it's like when all these different tech companies that come out and they finally go public, they hit the market at like these huge shares. And then when the growth and returns don't happen to be like they show it in a month, it drops drastically, and people then normal people can then buy into the shares at that point.
Yeah.
It's the same idea.
Again, it's okay for all these rich elite people. See, because here's the problem with this.
Yeah.
And this is why they're mad. The very thing that the politicians and these elitist people have been doing this whole time, this whole, we got to make the rich pay their fair share and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what these people who are bumping up the stock price, not the hedge fund people, the other guys, all the cats from Reddit.
Yeah, cats from Reddit.
They're like, okay,
let's play.
You're right. These elitists are trying to manipulate and make more money again. Let's cut them off at the pass. Let's keep them from doing it.
Let's like I said, somebody found out that they were going to short it. The moment they found out that somebody was going to short it, they posted on the Reddit thread. The people on the Reddit thread, which by the way happen to be a ton of people,
A lot
of people, said, you know what? Let's all do this.
Yeah,
Let's do this.
because again, they had been accepted what the right or the left had always been saying about how
them,
it's the
a
poor
couple
against the rich.
$100, and for them it's a couple $100.
Yes,
like these people on this Reddit thread are normal Joes, but they're also day traders. They're people that they process a couple $1,000s in a trade.
yeah,
So what's $20? What's a $20 value stock to them?
nothing.
Exactly.
Especially when you start seeing $1,700.
1,700% growth. Yeah, because everybody bumps in.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They did this to themselves.
Right.
It's this whole rich against the poor thing, and so now you finally have hedge fund people who are not hedge fund people, but these day traders, like you talk about on Reddit, are going, well, we need to be more vigilant. Vigilant. Words are hard.
Yeah, they are.
To try and pay attention to catch this stuff, so we can get our big break, so we can become those elitists, so we can try and handle. And they caught on to their wind.
That's it.
And they're like, oh no. Now's our chance to take out these elites. And now that it's actually happening,
the
divide
freak out.
Yeah, the divide has become so big.
It's incredibly apparent.
That the poor is trying to now directly attack the rich in ways like this. And now, the politicians, well, you can't do that. It's not right.
Yeah. Now you have,
But you can do it.
Elizabeth Warren, who castigates.
I think that's the word for the day is castigate. I don't even know what the hell that means. I have an idea, but I don't even know what that means. I've never heard that before. Castigate.
Right.
James over on Twitter, if they had shorted GameStop, they might have been bankrupt.
That's right.
People are still waiting for GameStop to deliver the PS5 and Xbox, whatever they bought from them that hasn't arrived yet. To be fair, that's not exactly GameStop's fault. That's the UPS.
And
USPS.
also the developers.
Yeah, that too. There's a lot of
PS5 developers and the Xbox 7000 whatever. Yeah, whatever. Anyway,
just saying. All right, y'all don't go anywhere. We got more still to come.
We'll be right back. People, the Snarky Jack all over there on the Twitters. New nickname, Elizabeth Wall Street Warren. Adam W. Johnson. Or hear me out, dances with corporate money.
Ooh.
I like it.
I like that.
I like it a lot.
The little nod to the her heritage.
Yeah. Dances with Wolves of Wall Street.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. We could do that.
Screams with a loud voice. I don't know.
Shouting at the moon.
Yes.
Elizabeth shouts at the moon, Warren.
Confused face.
Elizabeth, you are so white. Oh, goodness gracious. What is
What is what?
that? He caught you.
I know.
He caught you. Never to be fair before a commercial break.
I know. I know.
It's his own fault. He said it.
It slipped as it
Slip
came
of
out.
the
I was like,
tongue.
God daggone it. I ain't got time to hit
He
it.
knew it was going to happen.
I didn't mean to say to be fair. I really did.
Yeah, but he did. So we'll get there, but eventually. Anyway, coming back here in a few seconds.
This is Defenders Live.
B from the SAV. To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair.
To be
To be fair.
To be fair. Never be fair right before commercial break.
True.
And I am so sorry about
True.
that.
Yeah, he didn't do it on purpose.
I didn't. I was
It's not on purpose.
just in things, and I usually try to catch myself because
Mm-hmm.
I want to pace that out, and it slipped out, and I went, nah. And I'm like,
No,
it's over with now, and the music's playing.
going, and
There's no way we'd have time,
no.
so I won't do it again.
it's fine. Thank you for the catch, though. Thank you.
Yeah, I knew when I said something,
Yep.
it was gonna be something was gonna be said.
Last of the hedge funders.
Last of the head funder. Hashtag Elizabeth Warren's new name.
Yeah. Hashtag Warren nicknames.
That'd be fun.
I'll take that.
That's a good hashtag.
Yeah.
Y'all
Hashtag
are
Warren
coming up with
nicknames.
some good ones so far.
Already. So it's not bad. Let's keep it going in there.
Let's do that.
While we do that, let's remind you where you can go to see everything,
Like see what?
like our stuff.
Oh, our stuff.
Yeah, like our stuff.
Like the show,
Yeah, like this show.
the
Or,
the
you
stuff
know.
that we have to offer,
Yeah, with our show.
like of the shop and things.
Yeah.
Maybe the archives,
Maybe those.
an opportunity maybe to be a defender with us, help support the show and everything
Yep,
else.
yep. You can definitely do that. Oh, by the way, there's a drawing, and it ends on Sunday. So
Well, yeah, we'll be doing the drawing officially on Monday.
yeah, we'll do the drawing on Monday, but it ends Sunday.
Sunday night.
Yeah.
Midnight. For
So
defenders only.
for defenders only. So if you want to jump in with us, be a defender. It's $5 a month or $50 a year, whatever you want to do. It's fine with us.
What would you get with that?
Well, not only get all the behind the scenes stuff that we do, but you also get there's our own page for defenders, which we right now have just the raffle on, but we're going to be adding a bunch of stuff to it. You get a shirt with it.
Yeah.
Immediately
The
with
Arm Yourselves
You
t-shirt.
get the Arm Yourselves t-shirt. We're going to be doing newsletters and articles once every quarter.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's going to be the Annals of Time.
the Annals of Time. Yeah.
And we have a bunch of stuff that we are not saying yet
Yeah.
because we have to finish it.
Yeah, we're still kind of working on it,
But once we finish
but
it,
it'll be ready.
it'd be amazing.
And actually, you know what? I don't know if I could. There might be certain things we might want to kind of.
Like hint at? I mean,
I don't know if hint at it, but definitely not offer up all the information for. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
We don't want to show our whole hand, to play the whole hand out the gate. We want to kind of.
we don't want to bear it all.
No. We'll keep it to some of it to ourselves. But
Yeah,
anyway,
keep
you
it
can
to
do all that. There's a place you can do that all.
That's DOAE Show.
DOAEshow.com. Yeah, it is. Go over there, check everything out. Archives going all the way back. 4 years we've been doing this, and holy cow.
It's amazing.
You can go to mojo50.com, check out everything over there. The other awesome hosts and shows, and
All the rest of it.
they keep us on here. So we say go ahead and
Check them out.
check them out as well.
Yes, you can also find them on the iHeartRadio app. They have a button on there for the Mojo 50 radio station. It's 24-hour news talk and opinion, but it really is just free speech radio. You should check it out.
You should, because you're not going to find another place anywhere like it. Go to actually follow us on all social medias. DOA Show.
Mm-hmm.
Find a way to, if you like it, share, subscribe, all that crap all over on YouTube, and Facebooks, and
All the rest of it.
Twitters, and everything else.
The more you share it, the more you talk about it, the bigger exposure that we get, and it's easier for us to keep doing more and more things for you.
Yep,
So-
indeed.
So this,
That's
This. You need me to?
No, I'll do it.
All right,
I'll
because this.
do it.
Oh, you
Sorry,
got distracted
I
there.
did on Twitter.
Uh-huh.
Dr. Nolan, I presume. Defenders Only? Is that a new dating app?
No,
That's a good one though. I like that.
it is. It is good. I'll take it. Anyway,
Yeah, she will. So she said,
like a champ.
or like a virgin. Anyway, the Black Lives Matter movement has been nominated for an award.
Oh, an award, you say?
Yeah,
Award, like a movie
a
thing?
very no. This is a very prestigious nomination.
Prestigious nomination.
Yeah, this is, and you know what? I'm gonna say it. So nobody else is going to. I'm gonna say it. This is long overdue.
Really?
Yeah, I absolutely.
Super long?
They should have gotten this award and recognition from the very beginning.
They tried so hard,
and got so far,
but in the end,
it never really mattered.
that's right.
Yeah, no, they're nominated
Nominated
for
you
the 2021 Nobel Peace Prize.
for the. I'm sorry, what?
The Nobel Peace Prize.
The
Black Lives Matter
uh-huh.
has been nominated.
Yes.
The movement has been nominated for the 2021 Nobel Peace Prize.
That has to be a misprint.
No, actually, and to make it better,
Some of the most violent organizations in America.
Oh, but you're gonna love this. This will make a little bit more sense. The nomination came from Peter Eide, a Norwegian member of parliament who represents the Socialist Left Party.
You're in Norway.
Yeah,
BLM isn't even there. There literally are like 5 people of color in your nation. Get away.
quote, I found that one of the key challenges we have seen in America, but also in Europe and Asia, is the kind of increasing conflict based on inequality.
As a socialist, that's all you see anyway.
Yeah, because if the moment you do see it, then you're no longer a socialist.
The moment you stop paying attention to inequality and instead just try to help your fellow man, you stop being a socialist.
Yeah, if you quit focusing on the problem, you quit focusing on the inequality and start focusing on how to help solve and help work the problem instead of just complaining about it.
Yeah.
Aide said, as reported by The Guardian, quote, Black Lives Matter has become a very important worldwide movement to fight racial injustice. They have had a tremendous achievement in raising global awareness and consciousness about racial injustice. Quote.
I can completely disagree with that, but that's fine.
Well, maybe you'll agree with this. Quote,
Okay.
They have been able to mobilize people from all groups of society, not just African Americans, not just oppressed peoples. It has been a broad movement in a way which has been different from their predecessors.
Yes,
quote.
because it's been extremely violent and propagated mostly by a bunch of white people who are ashamed because they are racist.
You know, we have a guy that works with us.
We do?
Actually, we have a lot of them. From Egypt.
Yeah.
From Cairo.
Yeah. The Egyptian, yeah. I know you're talking about, yeah. Really nice guy.
He's a really nice guy.
Very good guy.
And
super chill.
We were sitting outside, I don't know, shortly after he started, smoking a cigarette, that kind of thing, hanging out. And we were talking, and he said one of the weirdest things because I was asking him, like, because he grew up in Egypt.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, he met his wife. His wife is American. She, was over on a trip, and then I guess they kept going over his trip and blah, 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 and they got together, and the next thing you know, he got married and moves over here.
Yeah.
And one of the things I was asking him how he thought about it, how he felt it. That's a huge culture shock, blah, blah, blah. And the one thing that has always stuck with me is he said, you know what, I've never understood or experienced what racism is until I came here.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go on the limb of this and say if that's the case, and if you think about it, it's true. I mean, he's in Cairo. It's a highly, Muslim area. Most of them are all. It kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, and we can kind of take that sentiment and broaden it across the rest of the world, because remember, America's the only ones who are bad.
Right, America's bad. Okay.
We are the only bad people. White, cis, Christian males.
And
American
females.
Males.
And females.
No, but it's mostly the males.
Right.
Are the problem. That's where racism, stems from.
Yes.
Okay.
Obviously.
So why is somebody in Norway who
has nothing to do with
again, as you mentioned before, see, America at least had a problem with slavery.
Norway did too.
Well, they did, but obviously they've never been made to feel bad about it. And most, if not all of the colored people there are gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not saying they don't have some there. They do. But I'm pretty sure that the 6 people living in Norway are not protesting.
No, they're definitely not.
You know what I mean? Like, they shouldn't be. If you live outside of America, you have nothing to do with America. I appreciate you. I'm not saying you can't have your own opinion.
It's great.
But shut the hell up.
If you're not here,
you can't just sit here and nominate them as a peace movement when
they literally burned down buildings, homes.
They did everything
businesses,
but be.
Tried to destroy their own cities.
Yeah.
You cannot call them a peace movement when they did such violence.
Yeah, literally opposite of what peace is. But then again, they pulled the same crap with Obama.
Obama, he became president. Peace Prize.
Yeah, why? Because
he's
a black guy?
Black president.
Woo.
That doesn't help anybody.
It doesn't do anything. Every time there's a whole Peace Prize thing, it's all I think of is...
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
True. Or you could be like B from the SAV. Makes sense. BLM has a piece of many cities and many countries after riots, and a Peace Prize sounds appropriate.
Yeah, but I think it's the wrong kind of peace.
It's the wrong piece, yeah.
It's the wrong piece. This is
the other piece.
PEACE, not PIECE.
Yeah.
I know it's a very. I mean, when they sound exactly the same, have the exact same number of letters.
Yeah.
I understand how confusing.
It's just those two middle letters.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
technically, it's only one letter changed.
Yeah, I get the confusion. I completely do.
Yeah,
I have this problem all the time.
That guy.
But yeah, no, it's a different kind of peace.
Like your and your.
Yeah, your and your.
Yeah, all those things.
Yeah. I get on people about that a lot. Quote, the protests that took place in 140 cities this spring were mostly peaceful.
Right.
But the arson, vandalism, and looting that did occur will result in at least $1 billion to $2 billion of paid insurance claims, eclipsing the record set in Los Angeles in 1992 after the acquittal of the police officers who brutalized Rodney King. That was a report from Axios.
James, the unvaccinated jackal, over on the Twitters.
Mm-hmm.
Why are Norwegian women so hot? The Vikings didn't kidnap ugly women. Rest in peace, J7.
No, that's... I hate when they say that they were mostly peaceful. They weren't.
Mostly peaceful.
They weren't.
$2 billion in insurance claims
Yeah, that's not
of violence.
peaceful.
Mostly peaceful.
Do you realize how difficult it is to rack up $2 billion worth of damage
Insurance claims?
of insurance claims? That's what I'm saying.
I mean, it takes a hurricane 20 seconds.
No, even most hurricanes don't do that much damage.
I mean, they can.
They can, but they haven't.
Depends on where they strike.
That's true too. But I'm just saying, 140 different cities, and these people did $2 billion. No, I didn't.
The fourth your.
I know what I did.
You only did 3 yours. You said your, and your.
No, I thought I did 4.
Uh-uh.
Oh, my bad. I was going to say, I thought I counted it because that was one of them I was thinking
You did
of.
your, and your.
Oh, and your.
And your.
And yeah, I did whatever.
Everybody messing with Dylan.
I know. I ain't had coffee tonight. I'm not on my game. I'm like, daggone it.
Sorry, it's my fault.
Slipping. No, it's the Postal Service.
Yeah, it's supposed to. Postal Service screwed me up, man.
Yeah, they did.
They delayed my coffee package, and I don't have coffee right now. It makes me upset.
Boo. And I'd already left the house by the time you text me, so
Yeah, I know.
I saw it.
It's okay.
Black Lives Matters organization was founded in 2013
Yeah.
in response to the acquittal of George Zimmerman for the shooting death of Trayvon Martin.
Uh-huh.
The Black Lives Matter organization was created by Alicia Garza, Opal Tometi,
Uh-huh.
and Patrice Cullors, or Colors.
Probably colors.
I'm going to go with Colors just
Probably
because
Colors.
it's funny.
Yeah.
2015, Colors admitted that she and Garza are trained Marxists.
Yeah.
That's good,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what you need. Myself and Alicia are
That is wrong.
in particular.
Wrong.
What's wrong?
Myself and Alicia.
What's wrong? What did I say?
No, you didn't say it wrong. She said it wrong.
Yeah, it should be Alicia and myself.
Alicia
Proper.
and I.
Yeah, well, you could still do by myself as well,
No.
but you never start with yourself.
It's Alicia and I.
I got that. Proper grammar would be Alicia and I. But she could still say Alicia and myself.
How can you be a properly trained Marxist if you don't know grammar?
She's a Marxist, not a Nazi. Hey-oh!
Thanks.
Come on.
Set him up. Knock him down.
I'm just saying. Oh, anyway. Alicia and I, in particular, are trained organizers. We're trained Marxists.
Mm-hmm.
And Color said during an interview, we are super versed.
Superverse.
Super versed.
Like the megaverse or the multiverse?
Yeah, they're not quite mega versed.
But they're multiverse.
They're super versed. No,
Super.
they haven't got to multi yet. They're only at one thing. It's
one
only
thing. Really good at the one thing.
We are super versed on sort of ideological theories. That's a direct quote. We are super versed on
Sort of. Sort of.
Hold on. We are super versed on comma sort of comma ideological theories. Period. End quote. So, are you super versed or just sort of?
Just sort of. No. It's like it's stages, all right?
It's like the black belt structure in martial arts.
They're like the blue belt with 3 stripes.
So they have So they're in the theories of they have the idea of use wisdom, be smart, blah blah blah. But I still know how to break a board. Like, is that what it is? I could do 3 katas and break a board with my knee.
Sure, right. That's about right, what it is, yeah.
Black Lives Matter organization now has a global network of more than 40 chapters. Again, I'm confused about the whole global thing. Because I really would like to know, and this is an honest.
Are they in Africa?
Yes, but they're after the white people. It's completely different.
It's very different. They're apartheid.
It is.
Apartheid.
It's the apartheid thing. They're gonna kick them out there for sure.
Right.
I'm serious on this one. I really wonder though, are they everywhere that Black Lives Matters are in these different 40 chapters?
Sure.
Are they making as much of a brouhaha as they do here?
No.
I mean, we don't know because a lot of nations
you don't hear about it.
Just because you don't hear about it doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
Oh,
Tree falls in the woods and doesn't make a noise.
It's
still
Black Lives Matter. We'd hear about it.
not necessarily. We kind of have our own crap to worry about. I'm just curious. It's just a thought, It would have to be making some kind of a wave and difference. Otherwise, they wouldn't have chapters set up in those places. I mean, logically. Oh, man, we're really at the website?
Yeah, I wanted to see. Like, I wanted to know.
Global actions.
I want to know.
Have you ever seen the rain?
No, they don't, like...
They don't tell you where they're at?
They don't tell us where they're at. They just say that they have, X amount of chapters.
Find another website.
I want an image. Give me a map.
No, it's just a bunch of people in Black Lives Matter shirts.
Where's the chapter? Where are the chapters at?
I don't know.
Where's your picture? Where's the...
Oh, wait. Wikipedia might have them listed.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I just want to know.
I want to know. Have you ever seen the rain?
Right.
Swedish industrialist and inventor Alfred Nobel, who the award is named after, explained the qualifications for winning the Nobel Prize in his will.
Uh-huh.
Quote, the said interest shall be divided into 5 equal parts, which shall be apportioned as follows. 1 part to the person who shall have done the most or the best work for fraternity between nations, the abolish or reduction of standing armies, for holding and promotion of peace congresses.
So they fall into none of the categories.
Well, not for that, no. All of my remaining God, I can't read. All of the remaining realizable assets are to be dispersed as follows. The capital converted to safe securities by my executors.
Oh, that's just talking about how they pass the funds and whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like,
The interest split up and blah, blah. Okay, yeah, no. So, yeah, they didn't meet any of that.
No.
There's nothing that they did.
They meet no requirements for the Nobel Peace Prize.
They didn't reduce standing armies. In fact, they gained one, if you want to get technical, because of their little tie-ups with Antifa. They're all about now carrying guns and
violence. And
everything else.
So they have 8 locations, not America. Australia.
Canada.
The Canadians. Denmark?
Why would... Okay, hold on. Okay, go down the list. I'm going to do this.
France. Germany. Japan. New Zealand. And the UK.
Okay.
I get the UK.
I get the UK.
I get the Canadians. Not really.
No, I don't.
Actually, I don't get the
I
Canadians.
get Australia.
I get Australia and the UK. I get those. New Zealand, yes, because Australia.
Yeah, and well, that's only because of the and I'm going with Australia. I'm going with the indigenous folks too. I'm not talking about
the indigenous people matters,
like the bringing of actual African slaves over. I'm talking about the indigenous, the Aborigines, and all that. I can buy that there.
Maybe.
Japan? Yeah, that's the big one. What the hell has Japan done?
To Black Lives. Like, what did they do?
Japan hasn't had I'm trying to figure it out. If you're a black person living in Japan or a colored person living in Japan,
you're 1, American, and 2, you're a fanboy.
Yeah, you were never born there. Like
you weren't born there at all.
And even if you were,
doesn't matter.
You have 0 connections and 0 ties to what these people are complaining about. So why are you complaining?
Germany.
I don't understand. I don't.
The
only reason I accept the ones in Europe is because of the fact that they were just as big a part of the trade,
slave trade, and all the rest
as everything else.
Okay, yeah, can I get
so
that?
I can get that, but I'm trying to think, like
Germany.
Yeah, they haven't had the same problems like that as we have.
No,
in America, because let's be honest, in America, we had slavery up until the Emancipation.
Yeah,
and was it 1864, whatever it was.
Right, but then the UK had it for another 100 years.
That's what I was getting ready to say. And then we turn around after we released them, then we, and did all that, then we still had the issues. There was the massacre for Black Wall Street. There was, segregation and stuff in the 60s. There's a lot of stuff going on from early 1900s, thanks to Woodrow Wilson.
Yeah.
Laundry list of things that we kept, oh yeah, no, we care. Oh no, we don't. Oh yeah. And we kept kind of ebbing back and forth all the way up to the civil rights movement.
Right.
Okay. And again, maybe it's just because I've lived here and we hear this stuff and I don't know of that kind of thing going on. I've never heard of this kind of thing. I've never heard of like the 60s, the civil rights movement being anywhere but in America.
Yeah.
I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't recall that. So why do you have a need to be in Germany or in France?
I don't know.
Because in reality, you would have done arguably what a lot of people would like to do now is you get the hell over it, accept that you're not part of that thing, and help work together. Mm-hmm. Work together with those around you to help actually make things better. Like, I don't know.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either. And this picture is driving me insane.
That was in Fukuoka.
I know.
So, no. It's wrong.
That doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
It's wrong.
Everybody else has got Japanese signs up, and there's that one lady holding one in English. Like,
yeah. All right. And it's all about George Floyd, apparently. That was in 2020.
See, it doesn't...
That was set up in 2020.
Again, we
By the time 2020 happened, like, that was long gone. They'd already destroyed half the towns, everything else. Come on.
Yeah, so again, why are we in Japan?
Why are you destroying people? It's just, I can't.
I can't get over it.
What are you doing?
I'm tired of this stuff. Like, it doesn't make sense. You're trying to literally fight fire with fire. And the worst part is you're not even fighting the right person.
Right.
You're not. If you want to play again, and I've said this a million times, and we'll say it until we're done. Mm-hmm. You want to sit there and be honest. There is a level of systemic racism. There is. The problem is not with the masses, the people at large.
Right.
It's the government. The government has been able to use the black community, the marginalized peoples, whatever, as a way to control them because they have been so mistreated.
So
and you
terrible.
can't do anything without us.
Mm-hmm. Beef in the SAV. Maybe BLM should make some waves in Iran. That'd be interesting.
Oh, I would love to see that.
Oh, that'd be so good.
I would love to see that. I know.
John Stewart eating the
eating popcorn. I would love to see that too. I would love to see if they have the actual,
gall.
Yeah, the testicular fortitude to be able to
go to a place like the Middle East or go to Russia.
Russia would be funny. I say funny. That's
China.
Not nice to say. That's not very Christian.
China, Russia,
and go to like
Korea,
Qatar.
Qatar?
Yeah, go protest in Qatar.
See what they care.
Please
go to Egypt and actually protest.
Well, Egypt would be like, shut the hell up. Get out of here.
Go to South Africa, which, by the way, you notice they didn't have anybody in Africa. No Africa.
No
Africas.
Because they've already in Africa.
But that's weird.
That's home base.
Well, no, you're not there.
No, I'm not. But they're successfully getting rid of white people, especially in South Africa.
Apartheid.
Gotta love the apartheid.
Mm-hmm. Because that's not racist at all.
No,
that's just equality.
No.
Yeah.
See, it's
complete equality there.
You know what else is equality?
What's that?
Forgiveness.
Forgiveness?
Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure that if a black person does something wrong, they were going to want to be forgiven for whatever it is that they do.
Just like a white person?
Just like a white person would have done.
Just like a yellow person?
If you treat somebody like you want to be treated, then maybe you'll get treated the same way.
It's like we constantly go over this.
I feel like a broken record.
Half the time we're just saying the same stuff over and over and over. But then again, I guess, those timeless classics, they never get old.
It makes my head spin right round.
Right round, baby, right round. Yeah.
Like a record, baby.
Right round, round, round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this hour, Defenders Live is brought to you by American Pride Roasters. Go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
I wish I'd ordered 3 days before now.
I wish I had got your text before I left the house.
Jeez.
Go over there and check them out. They've got a great variety of coffees, some you will love, teas and chocolates.
All the rest of it.
Just be patient because the post office is dragging their tail. But
On everything.
Go ahead and order anyway at AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Historically great coffee. Go to Mojo50.com. Check out all the great shows and hosts going on over there. You will not be sorry about that. I promise you that.
Guys, we'll be right back after this break here.
Yeah. Don't go nowhere. Or go.
Or do. I mean, that's fine. Whatever you want to do.
Yesterday I started flipping through. I was like, I wonder if I could find something that I could like.
What if you can get some small stuff?
Even a little thing that's grown a little bit, just a
little tiny thing, you know. Just want to make it work, you know.
Do.
Let's dance. The last dance.
Do.
Do 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 do.
No. Excuse me. Do.
Ghostbusters.
I ain't afraid of no ghost.
All right, here we go.
I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh, by gosh, by golly.
Time for mistletoe and holly.
No, it's actually time for two Republican lawmakers, Mike Lee and Chip Roy,
Chip.
to send letters to
Who the
colleagues
hell
Thursday.
names their kid Chip? Like, I mean, seriously, at what point, how difficult has the arguing become in choosing a name for your kid that you both just settle on the name Chip? I no disrespect to anybody named Chip, but
How old are you, first off?
yeah, every time I hear Chip, I think of like some 6-year-old kid.
Or 90.
No.
Yeah, I go 90.
Really?
Yeah, because Chip was a thing for a while. Chip was
I
definitely.
mean,
a thing for a
I
while,
can
like-
see it, but my experience with it has always been like a little kid.
Well, just think about like an old crotchety guy.
I can see that, but that's also
He-
be a
you know-
nickname, not a solid name.
Right? No, he was.
Hey, I'm Chip.
All right,
Yeah, it's a
Chip.
nickname.
Nope.
Yeah, they call him
Apparently
nickname.
not.
Why are you called Chip? Well, when I was in World War I, I chipped my tooth on a bean.
I'm the Chip off of the old block.
Yeah, that's where I get Chip for, like, to just be straight up. Hi, my name is Chip. What is that short for?
Chip.
Watch somebody be stupid and be like, no, Chip is short for Christopher. We dropped the R in the last part of it just to make it work. I'm just saying. I didn't mean that. I'll keep going.
No, it's fine. That didn't really make it, but yeah, you're probably right. That's probably what they do.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Mike Lee and Chip Roy.
Chip Roy, which by the way, once again, your name is Chip Roy.
Yeah. Well, no, the last name being Roy, he is from Texas.
That does make sense.
That makes perfect
Yeah.
sense because anybody with the name Roy,
As a last name,
especially the last name, has got to be somewhere out of Texas.
let's just hope his middle name doesn't also have a first name.
At least it's not like Alvin Chip Roy.
Oh,
Right?
Yeah, it'd be good.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so
He said
Chip and Roy.
Yeah, the Chip
Chip and Lee, I'm
Chip
sorry.
and Lee.
Chip and
Roy
Mike.
Lee. Leroy.
Mike, Chip, and Leroy.
Leroy sent letters to their colleagues on Thursday urging them to censure Democratic Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Oh, my.
After she launched into wild accusations against Ted Cruz, alleging that he attempted
Allegedly.
to have her murdered. Yes,
I would strongly
recommend.
like, psych eval.
Right.
Do they not have those in
They don't
in the
anymore.
Senate?
Like, you don't have to get one to get into the Senate, bud. You just get in.
That's a shame.
Accusations and questions occurred Thursday after Cruz responded to a tweet by Ocasio-Cortez calling for an investigation into the stock trading app Robinhood, saying that he fully agreed with with the prospect. Robinhood this week temporarily suspended, blah, 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 blah. They did their thing.
We already talked about all that. Yeah.
In response to Cruz, Ocasio wrote, "I'm happy to work with Republicans on the issues where there's common ground, but you almost had me murdered 3 weeks ago, so you can sit this one out. Happy to work with almost any other GOP that aren't trying to get me killed. In the meantime, if you want to help, you can resign."
See, and again, I'm confident,
Right.
and not by a good feeling, but confident that she is going to win her reelection
Again.
in 18 months. She will. My stomach turns at the thought of it
Because it's New York.
because New York, it is probably going to happen.
Right.
However, you would think that statements like that, like read that tweet again.
Okay.
Like, and you don't have to read the
no.
read the whole thing.
I'm happy to work with Republicans on the issues where there's common ground.
Stop. That part right there. And I would argue the common ground part's a little.
Yeah.
That's saying that literally saying I'm happy to work with Republicans who do what I agree with
Who
me.
believe the same way I do.
And I believe the same way I do. That's where you find common ground.
Yeah.
You don't work on people that share common ground with you. You work on people who you disagree with.
Right.
Or you have a conflict with.
You go back and forth.
That's why it's called common ground, because you
That's why
both
it's compromise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On common ground, you both agree to it, so it's common.
But that's
Everyone's
not what you
there, so you don't
want.
work common ground.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
not what you want.
Anyway, keep going.
Anyway, but you almost had me murdered 3 weeks ago, so you can sit this one out.
Stop. Blatantly accusing him of attempted murder,
Right.
like unabashedly,
Like just straight up. You almost had me
yeah,
murdered.
you almost had me murdered.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. And then turning around, so you can sit this one out. That's that.
So you
Really?
stay quiet.
Yeah, sit there and be quiet.
I'm
That's-
happy that you're in the same boat as I am about this, but you can shut up.
Yeah, which doesn't make sense because it.
Thanks for supporting me, but don't support me.
Yeah, like that's kind of what you do. You agree where you agree, and where you don't agree, you work on it.
Yeah.
And just because somebody agrees with you that you would disagree on other things on means that it doesn't count?
Actually, that's where it should count the most.
You would think.
That's where it counts the most. Like,
But then it just gets worse. Happy
Yeah.
to work with almost any other GOP that aren't trying to get me killed. Again, another
reference to being
reference and an accusation of attempted murder. And then following it up with, and in the meantime, if you want to help, you can resign. The last two sentences especially.
just spite.
It's childishness. It's pettiness. There's no. Tell me, okay. The whole point that people complain about the most about government is the standstill,
Right.
right?
Well,
it's the
I
gridlock.
don't.
It's not. No, I know we don't.
I love it.
I do too. But it's the whole. Well, it's gridlock. They don't agree. They don't get stuff through fast enough. Blah 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 blah.
Then
Okay.
why do you like her?
Yeah.
Why? That's it. Why do you like her? Why is she at all? Why does she have any standing in American politics? Not only is she an imbecile, but she's also a volatile imbecile.
Yeah.
That's a problem for
You don't
us.
like it, you can resign.
That's a problem for America.
Again, let's look at everything from the angle of if it had been happened to anybody else. If Ted Cruz said that to her, what would happen?
There would have been counts from all news media telling him to resign.
You know what I mean?
It'd have been a forced evac of the building.
There's so
It'd have been
really?
it'd have been yeah, no,
I know.
it would have been.
I know.
Wherever she was at the time, they would have forced evac the building. They would have said, that was a pointed threat.
Yep.
And that they would have had her
remember
surrounded
the
by police.
what was it? The crosshairs comment
Yeah. That wasn't actually really
years ago.
We
under,
have this division in our crosshairs,
Yeah. Who was that? Sarah Palin?
I think so, yeah.
Yep.
Something like that.
I mean, you can't say it like that, but you can act like a petulant little child.
Sure.
And again, she's going to win an election. She's going to be elected again.
I mean, you're being very optimistic about that. I hope you're wrong.
I hope I'm wrong too, but I'm not optimistic either.
Right.
Where I'm coming from with this is from the level
Realist.
of practical. I'm realist,
Yeah, it's a
exactly.
realist. It's a
Look at where
reality.
she's coming from. Look at the division that's in this country going on right now.
Yep.
Look at everything that's going on. And the fact that for all intents and purposes, her side won. They're in charge now.
Yep.
Do you really think for a second that she's not going to get this? There's not going to be, sadly, there's not going to be a red wave coming in 18 months. And the problem with that is because most people, whether they're part of the red group or whatever, they don't have a clue or full clue of what they want to do. Because honestly, a lot of what happened with us this last go around with the whole Trump thing was there was division amongst Trump people and the right.
Right.
That's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I
agree. So in the letter obtained by the Federalist, Lee, the Utah congressman, writes, It has come to my attention that the Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez sent out a tweet a few hours ago in which she accuses one of our colleagues twice of attempted murder.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that, as a conference, we should immediately and publicly call for her to retract her statement and apologize. If she refuses to do so, and perhaps even if she doesn't, I think she should be admonished and censured by the House.
That would be great.
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
You're blowing in the wind.
Because sadly, the only people that are actually have the chutzpah that's in the Congress,
Right.
or in the Senate, is some Mike Lee
Mike Lee and Chip.
and Chip Roy.
Sometimes Ted Cruz.
Sometimes Ted Cruz.
And that one guy from Texas.
What one guy from Texas?
The one guy.
Crenshaw. Dan Crenshaw.
Yeah, Dan Crenshaw, yeah.
Yeah. But that's it.
Most of you guys have no balls.
No.
Absolutely none. And I hate y'all.
Well, I would say that too, but at the same time, there ain't none of them from our state.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. So we can't say hate you guys because
I hate the ones from my state too.
Yeah, I'm saying it's just as bad. It's our problem too. We're just as guilty.
Once again, we have to own up to the mistakes of our state because our state voted it in, we didn't put in a candidate that was worthy of being voted on.
Yeah, I know. And yet we got people like George Holding and everybody else who just are literally just
there holding a spot.
Yeah, well, they're career politicians.
Yeah, they're holding in place.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying, it's not gonna stick. I love the idea.
It's a great idea.
Great for them. That's one of the reasons why I have the most respect for Mike Lee. And
it's also a great political move.
Oh no, it absolutely is. It shows that it gives those of us on the right at least a little bit of hope. But again, you have to be real about the whole thing. Like there is so much work that we have to do on our side, and starting with ourselves and what we do and how we do things before we can even bother to think that anything else is going to change.
Yeah.
Because, say what you want about the left, they're at least organized.
In a hell of a lot more fashion than we are half the time.
Yeah. But they have just the same problem. They don't know half of what they believe or half of what they want to believe.
Right.
They just go along because
they go along to get along.
To get along.
If they don't, they get destroyed.
Yes, and we're not about that.
We're not about destroying each other, so we don't have that sort of fear-induced loyalty. That's what it is. It's fear-induced loyalty.
Yep.
Think about that. You don't have that. Well, you do have that in some parts of the Republican Party, but you don't really have that with Republicans as far as that goes. You can't.
Yeah.
Because what are you going to do? Oh, you can't get into the... whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's sad.
Like come on. Steve Scalise got shot.
Yeah.
Literally attempted murder trying to shoot up the entire Republican Congress,
Yeah.
Like, what are you saying?
And again, the only reason why and I get it, her reference is about the whole riot thing that happened at the Capitol, which again was not it wasn't Cruz's fault. We
found out that there were a bunch of instigators. There have been people from multiple organizations.
It was the original thing was hijacked and it was taken over just as we said it was going to happen.
Like we told you it was going to do.
That's what I'm saying. There's no easy way to fix any of this.
No.
And it's not a happy one, but dear Lord, this is just so painful sometimes.
It is. It's terrible how this happens, but I guess it's just what we're going to deal with.
The nature of the beast.
Right. But in other words, there is good news on the horizon for certain places, right?
Yeah.
There's good news. Okay? Okay. There's like this.
Okay.
Like places like Iowa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are doing pretty good. Responding to the frustration from Iowa parents, the Republican-dominated legislature in Iowa passed a measure Thursday that would require all school districts in the state to reopen by no later than February 15th.
Ooh.
Governor Kim Reynolds, who made the legislation the top priority for the 2021 legislative session, promptly signed the bill saying, quote, "It's time to put local control into the hands of the parents where it belongs so that they can choose what is best for their children. End quote.
That is a
Bravo.
novel
That was
idea.
fantastic.
Oh my goodness! Like, who would have thought of that?
I wish we had a governor like that,
That'd be amazing.
but we don't.
No, we don't.
I had to watch.
But the fact that you have
Them
to
talk the
you
other
have
day.
to sit a bill through your state legislature to end the stalemate of schools.
Well,
You literally just made a law
yeah.
dictating that schools had to reopen.
Yeah, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, really.
That sucks.
All Iowa schools have offered at least partial in-person learning since last summer, when Reynolds signed a proclamation mandating that school districts must be open for in-person learning for at least 50% of the time. Any school that wanted to offer less than 50% in-person learning was required to apply for a waiver from the State Department of Education and were permitted to apply only if the COVID-19 positivity rate in the area was over 15%.
Which didn't really happen.
Only one school district in the state is currently operating under such a waiver.
That means literally it didn't happen.
Yeah. Most schools in the state are operating at 100% in-person learning prior to law passages, with the exception of some of the larger districts like Des Moines and Urbandale and Iowa City.
Mm-hmm.
Those districts have indicated that they will comply with the new law, but will likely drop their quote-unquote hybrid learning models and require students to choose either full-time in-person learning or full-time remote learning. The vote in the Iowa legislature fell largely along party lines, with Republicans overwhelmingly supporting the bill and Democrats overwhelmingly opposing it.
Aha.
Democrats attempted to add a number of amendments to weaken the bill or provide waiver for certain districts, but these efforts were defeated by the Republican majority. Nationwide leaders for both political parties, including notable lockdown proponents like California Governor Gavin Newsom and Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot, have followed the science and attempted to encourage school districts to reopen in-person learning as soon as possible. However, many Democratic politicians have been cowed into opposing measures like the new Iowa law by teachers' unions, which are often major donors to their campaigns.
That's where the problem lies.
It's kind of.
That's the issue right there.
Well, I was gonna say,
teachers unions.
it's amazing.
That's the issue.
It's amazing what you could get done if you were principled and stuck to who you were and actually looked to take care of all of your constituents and not just be pigeonholed by
a
teachers
very
unions.
small portion of the society.
Center for Disease,
CDC.
The CDC has stated that in-person learning in schools has been linked to only a very scant amount of spread of the Wu-Tang clap and has strongly encouraged schools to reopen for in-person learning.
Right. Even the CDC says you should open in-person learning because it's basically about 1% transmission.
Yeah. They're trying to say, too, in addition to being a source of frustration for students and parents, online-only learning has been linked to an increase in unreported child abuse, childhood obesity, and child suicide.
I don't know about the obesity, but the suicide is definitely true.
And that comes from out of Vegas.
I could definitely understand the unreported child abuse.
Yeah, I kind of could, too, but
But you could also catch it on video.
Yeah, there's ways of getting around. Like it's still, if your child is being abused, it shouldn't be up to the school.
Or if the school sees that a child in their school system is being abused, like if you show up on screen and you have black eyes and crap.
Yeah. Well, but I was gonna say if your child is being abused in your home, it's not up to the school to find that out.
No, it's not.
That's kind of on you there, pumpkin.
And that's your fault.
But
if somebody finds out, it's your fault.
the whole obesity thing, I can understand where that's coming from and what that means.
Yeah.
But I have a slight problem with it.
Sure. What's that problem that you have?
It's called being the parent. You're giving the control of whether these kids go back to the parents because it's the parents know best and blah, 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 blah.
Sure, yeah.
And these are the very same parents who are also, even though these kids are remote learning, not telling them to get their fat ass off the couch and go outside to play.
Go run.
Run, play, do something. Go.
Move.
Don't eat snacks whenever the hell you want to. And you know what I mean?
You can't.
They're not setting any parameters, any kind of restrictions or anything on these kids.
Okay, hold on. I'm cool with grazing. You know what I mean? I'm cool with grazing, but it depends on the snack.
I'm not. And the only reason I'm not is because I come from the whole, if I had it my way, there's breakfast is at this time, lunch is at this time, and dinner's at this time. And you have about a window or an hour or so window
in between.
Past it's like breakfast is at 8. You have until 10. Not 10. 10's a long
8
time.
to 9.
8 to 9, 8 to 9:30. There's your window. You don't catch it then. You wait till lunch. Lunch is at noon till 1:30. You don't catch it between then. You wait till supper.
That's regimental, and I get it.
But that's me. I'm military.
Yeah,
that's what I do.
I got you. For me, I'm very cool with the idea of go grab a banana, go get an apple, go get some crackers. I don't care. That's fine. Go get a cheese stick, whatever. Cheese stick, meat stick, whatever. But like when they're talking about,
but you're limiting it though too.
Yeah, there's
a cheese stick, a couple crackers.
Yes, of course.
You're not saying
snacks. There's not like don't go munching for the next 3 hours.
Yeah, find out they've eaten a whole bag of Lay's.
Like we have the cheese cracker packs.
Yeah,
like the 6-packs in there right now.
Yeah,
and like the multi flavors. Yep. So you got the cheese and the peanut butter. And and actually there's like a peanut butter and jelly, but the kids ate all those first.
Duh.
But
yeah, like those, you get a pack of crackers.
Get a pack
It's going to
of
be a couple
crackers.
hours before that. I could
That's
work that.
Fine, get us. Like they come into me, they show it to me. Daddy, can I? It's like at the table.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
But as far as that goes, it's fine. But yeah, I'm with you. Breakfast has a time range. Lunch has a time range. Dinner has a time range.
Yeah. Well, and dinner is a little bit more flexible. Especially
because you don't know when you're going to get home
from work, especially for like us, times we get home from work, the extra things we got to do.
You want to eat it with everybody.
Yeah, so it's kind of unfair if lunch is from noon to 1:30 and something happens and
dinner's not until 9.
Yeah, well, no, not that late. Dear God, no. But yeah, 7 or 8 o'clock, like that's a long time. So yeah, go have a snack. Here's some crackers. Here's a little bit of whatever. I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
but
obviously get as much liquid as you need.
Yeah, but that's the key.
Because we don't do soda.
Drink water. Drink a lot. You'll be fine. You just, and I hear that, you can graze and blah, blah, blah. And I've regimented. Routine. I thrive on routine.
Right.
And that's just me. But
I get you. And yeah.
But the point is the parents have to regulate it. The parents have to say, you can have this much. You can eat then, or you can't eat then. Hey, you know what? Maybe it's time that, you turn your computer off, because I know about us. It's my kids have the asynchronous day or whatever on Wednesdays, where basically they just walk in, they go check. I have 3 assignments. 20 minutes later, they're done with all of them.
See, I don't,
and then they're free to do whatever they want to. Okay, cool.
I don't have that. Yeah, our kids are all digital.
Well, no, it is all digital.
I'm saying ours are still all completely digital.
Yeah,
no async, off sync. Yeah.
Well, but I mean,
no in and out. We don't have 50-50.
Yeah. Well, but their async is on Wednesday. But still, I don't have them always Wednesday. But my point is that little spot.
Yeah.
That's when you turn around and go, okay, you're done with school. Go play.
Get up and do something.
Go do something.
Yeah.
Run around a little bit. Go ride your bike. Or I understand it's wintertime right now, so I understand it's cold. It's not as easy.
A little bit.
But, that's when you start, again, you control things. You don't eat until supper time. You want to drink water. It's time to turn the video games off and go do something. Because otherwise, I know my oldest especially, and I can't say anything because I've done it myself recently. Get on first thing in the morning, and you're not off video games until late at night. I've done it. I said I did it.
At least
I admitted it.
You admit that you do it.
Good Lord.
I stare at my phone too much, and I know that.
I admit it.
See, there you go. I stare at my phone too much. That's my
I'm not perfect. I with what I work and everything else, I have been known to
veg.
I do, and then I don't realize it until it's late, and I'm like, oh crap, I ain't done nothing.
Right. Adam W. Johnson over there on the Twitters. How can learning remotely cause obesity? They've been telling us for 50 years that if I don't support free lunches and free breakfast, they'll starve.
Oh, that's very good.
It's very good.
That's
truth. Truth coming out of the end there.
Anyway,
We'll
guys,
be right back.
We'll be right back.
Yeah. what you doing over there?
What you doing? Trying to hit likes on everything.
Hitting the likes on, liking everything on the social medias.
Is.
Look at you.
Because I wasn't paying attention to none of them. And I'm so sorry.
Oh, hi, Greg, over there on the D Lives.
Hello, Greg.
Hi, Greg. Posting a bunch of stuff over there.
Look at you.
Look at you.
Just staying busy.
Thanks, bud.
Leroy Jenkins.
All right, buddy. Listen.
Leroy Jenkins.
I love that guy.
That's so funny.
Good. It's a long time ago, man. So long ago.
Funny.
Mm-hmm.
Still a classic.
Chip is short for Chippendale.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Now I have to know. Chip. Roy. Chip Roy. Charles
Eugene. See, I told you.
It's Charles. It's Chuck. His name is Chuck, not
It's
Chip.
Chuck, not Chip.
Right. Or Charlie. Could be Charlie.
There's Gene.
Yeah,
Gene Roy.
Gene Roy.
Eugene Roy.
Gene Raw.
Wow.
This is Defenders Live.
James the unvaccinated jackhole over on Twitter. How do you Zoom call a PE class?
It's a good question. My kids do it every day.
Every
other day or something.
Yeah, mine does at least once a week.
It's not actually
No, I think now that they're doing half. I think he
does it.
he does it inside. I'm not sure.
Oh, that'd be really nice.
But what he would do is, honest to God, the PE teacher, and I saw it, would
Set it on the table and
sit in his chair.
Mm-hmm.
While he'd turn around and be like, "All right, you guys do
10 jumping jacks.
and
Go.
and he would sit and watch and
Oh God, no, it's worse for the younger kids.
oh, I'm sure.
No, you don't get it. It's worse for the younger kids because they don't just do that anymore. What they do now is they play a video, and it's the worst acting
Oh God.
known to man. And it's supposed to get the kids to do the actions and stuff that they're doing in the show, but it's like live action Pokemon and live action Yu-Gi-Oh and live action like dinosaur stuff and like
Wow.
and it's the worst child like the worst acting known like like if you thought Blue's Clues was bad,
It'd make you pine for Blue's Clues.
it would make you wish Blue's Clues happened. It's so bad. Over the top, like over exaggerated everything, and gosh, is it bad? It's so bad.
That's
I get to hear it. I get to hear it because my kid has to stand there and do the exercises with it,
yeah.
and she can't have her headphones in with it.
Yeah, I know. It's like, Dad, got it.
So I have
That's
to hear
why.
it.
See, that's why I always told my kid to go outside on the front porch
No,
because it's all
right.
concrete, so it's
Yeah.
solid. So every time he jumps, it doesn't like shake the whole house. He doesn't put a hole in the floor,
It could possibly happen.
and I don't have to hear it.
That's right.
That's my thing. Of course,
That's very true.
it got kind of sucky as the weather got colder, but
Yeah, well, he can.
I told him it builds character.
Put a coat on, you'll be fine.
You'll be all right.
Yeah, all right.
Don't worry.
Be happy.
Oh my.
So you know about the wall being defunded, right?
Yeah.
They defunded the wall
I know.
at the border.
I know.
So they defunded the wall at the border.
Yep.
But they decided to build a fence and said that they were going to make it permanent at Washington, D.C. Around the, certain Capitol buildings.
You can't do that.
Why? Why is that?
Oh, because that's public property.
But they're going to build a fence.
Nope.
White House is public property.
It's public.
White House is public property, and it's got a fence.
That's the difference.
What's the difference?
That particular one, hold on, you can still do tours and get in there on that one. The difference there is the actual president of the United States lives there and spends 90% of his time there.
I know.
The Capitol building.
The Capitol
and all
building,
the other places don't house these people.
These are just for business only.
Yeah.
And it's for the public's business.
So they're going to dump, instead of putting the wall, at least finishing the job, forget whether you agree with the wall at the border or not. Forget that. They're not even going to allow that to be finished so we don't actually lose money on the whole thing.
Right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Instead, they're going to shut it all down, or they have shut it all down, and now they're going to spend even more money to put fences up around the Capitol building.
Yeah, see, acting U.S. Capitol Police Chief Yogananda Pittman is calling for permanent fencing surrounding the Capitol building after she ordered the department to conduct a physical security assessment of the entire Capitol complex. She says, end quote, in light of the recent events, I can unequivocally say that the vast improvements to the physical security infrastructure must be made to include permanent fencing and the availability of ready backup forces in close proximity to the Capitol.
I thought this is what the Capitol Police were for. I mean, am I wrong? Like, I thought that's
security experts argue that more is needed to be done to protect the U.S. Much more. In fact, in 2006, security assessments specifically recommended the installment of permanent perimeter fences around the Capitol building.
They wouldn't have gotten in this go around if they weren't let in.
They were let in.
And you can say what you want. You can call me all kinds of things you want to. There's no way.
Yeah.
That, I mean, don't get me wrong. There were a lot of people out there protesting. There's a lot of people making a ruckus about things. It wasn't that many. I mean, it wasn't enough that it couldn't have been held off and done. And everybody's so afraid of, we can't do, actual lethal. We have to be gentle. We have to do this. We have to watch out for other people's feelings. Everybody's so scared of stepping on somebody else's toes for whatever reason.
Yep.
That they let these people run through. And again, I might argue, there's a part of me that believes that they're actually told to stand down. Oh, no, you overtook me.
Oh, no.
Their office is over there.
It's that way.
Because there wasn't enough people to actually, from what I saw, to actually be able to effectively walk in, take stuff, and walk out without being allowed to. There was no overwhelming.
Maximum 100 and some people.
I'm not saying it's not a lot. That is a lot. But those places have more than one guard standing at the door.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm talking about.
They have more security than just one person at each door.
And then maybe if there's a problem with that kind of stuff, maybe you need to look more into like securing the doors from the inside.
Maybe so.
Having like a button that could be hit that can
lock it in place.
Drop a gate or something down one of the hallways that cuts people off.
Maybe so.
Have other people on the backside of that fence or that gate so it turns around and other Secret Service can come in and shuttle people out the back door out a secret way that nobody knows of. Something like that.
Those things that they actually built back in the day that they were like, well, something may happen. We may need an escape route. Let's build one.
Hold up in their little tower.
Yeah.
And then what'll happen is eventually the country will get so divided and so angry that what'll happen is everybody will storm the place and it'll end up turning around looking like Russia circa 1913.
Basically, yes.
Uh-huh.
You're correct.
And nobody's going to give a flying fig. That's the part that bothers me.
Nobody's going to care.
Nobody cares. I feel like I'm watching this stuff happen. It's like watching a car wreck in slow motion from outside.
It's like Nostradamus, though. You're like, I knew this was going to happen, guys. Look at, hey, watch this. This is going to happen in 10 seconds. 9, 8. Gets a 1. Whoa, how'd you do that?
Yeah, nobody's concerned of the fact that what actually happened. They're concerned that it called it. Like, don't stop it. That's not what we do.
Don't worry about the calling. Just know that it's going to happen. I mean, this is a problem.
Yeah.
It's not a good thing. It is a public building. The people have the right to be in there at all times.
Yep. It's their building. It's our building. We own it, not you.
Right. You don't own it. We loaned it out to you for use.
Yeah. Again, I understand having the need for security because you can have some wackadoodles walk through there. Gotcha.
Sure, yeah.
But to put a fence up, one might say, and I know they've said it in here in this article, it's a tad hypocritical.
It's a bit hypocritical.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. Then that's actually one of the biggest deals. Like, what the heck? Why are we getting rid of the border fence, but we're building a fence in front of the Capitol building?
Yes.
Like, I'm sorry. Isn't the entire point of the border fence to stop people from getting in and causing violence?
Supposedly. But they have tunnels, so they don't need to worry about that anyway.
And they go straight to California.
Or is it like Arizona?
Yeah, tunnels into California and Arizona.
In the lower parts of Texas.
And they go into buildings, which is really funny. Like, they build them.
I know.
They build these tunnels out, and they die. Like,
it's not like they don't pop up next to a cactus.
No.
They don't have to worry about, like,
it's like
wolves.
A warehouse.
Yeah, they don't have to worry about coyotes or nothing. Like,
no, they drive
the animal
into a
coyotes.
Warehouse. Boom.
Yeah, they don't have to worry about the animal coyotes, like, taking over the den or anything like that. They just pop out and, oh, look, we come walking out of, a abandoned paper company, abandoned paper,
right,
warehouse.
A paper mill somewhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You just walk out of there and pretend like you work there and hop in a truck and drive to your heart's content. I don't know. Kevin Hutchins over on Twitter. Dad, it's freezing out here. Dylan, wear a sweater.
But it's really cold.
Wear two.
Yep.
Actually, no, I don't even tell him to wear two. If you're wearing one, but it's
out.
really cold. We'll jump faster.
Do more jumping jacks. More push-ups. Run in place.
You got this. Get them legs up.
There you go. Knees up, knees up, knees up, knees up, knees up. Do, go, go.
No, I'm regimented, but I'm not.
Well, yeah, but all this talk that we have and everything that's going on, I mean, it's kind of like people are going crazy.
Going crazy? I
Yeah,
think they have always been crazy.
Well,
And just it's one of those things. It's like any other kind of a mental issue, any other kind of physical issue,
right?
Alzheimer's or whatever. It starts off small, and then it grows and it grows and it grows.
Yeah,
and before long, you're eating lead paint chips and
punching yourself,
singing
in
and
the face.
dancing to some CD that you found is like 2/3 of the Oak Ridge Boys singing "Bye Bye Black Sheep" or something.
Sounds like you've had experience with this.
What? Huh?
Or licking a wall because they're in timeout.
I was trying to see how high I could go. Okay.
Jeez.
I did. I used to when I used to get sent to the corner, I would be sitting there, and I made it a habit. So it was one of those because nowadays you get put in a corner, you get put in a timeout or whatever. It's 10 minutes, 15 minutes,
right,
whatever.
Right.
I was sent to the corner so much I was there for hours at a time.
Oh, you were bored to tears.
Yes, and so I had started because the rule was my nose had to touch the corners. Okay, of the corner. So the little crease.
Yeah, you had to stand your nose in the corner.
Nose had to touch at all times. If I was caught with my nose away from it, blah, 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 I was in trouble.
Okay.
So, to be able to entertain myself and still be able to keep my nose touching the corner, I scooted back as far as I could safely, and I squatted down, dragging my nose all the way down.
And then all the way back
Oh,
up.
no. Don't get ahead of me.
Okay.
Got as far down as I could go. And I'm talking like pulling my head into my shoulders and everything. Didn't want my nose to leave the corner. And then I would stick my tongue out and lick the wall all the way up as far as I could go.
Ew.
Yeah, I found out that was lead-based paint.
Well, now we understand.
Answers a lot of questions, don't it?
Now we get it.
Yeah.
We get it.
I wasn't going to tell that story, but somebody had to start something, so
It's fine.
thank you.
Well, you know, it's okay because that's not really what I'm talking about here. What I am
we're not
about-
talking about that kind of stupidity?
No, what we're talking about is Vox has decided
That mental health stuff.
Yeah, Vox is
Like
saying,
real mental.
Yeah, real mental. Like Vox is saying that they believe that people should go to recovery for psychological trauma because of the Trump presidency.
No,
I agree.
I do too, because
I agree.
they have worked themselves up into a bit of a...
Trump derangement syndrome or Trump anxiety disorder is definitely real.
It is. It's not what they say it is.
It's not what they're talking about, but it is real.
It is real.
Yeah, it says, quote, his presidency is over, but the trauma isn't. Vox's Anna North wrote a solemn reference to a mental health impact of the former President Donald Trump 4 years in his Oval Office, suggesting that Americans are still grappling with the effects of Trump anxiety disorder, even now, after he's left.
I was just going to make a smart aleck comment. I remember when they were swearing up and down he wasn't going to?
Going to leave? Yeah, going to leave. Like he wasn't going to leave?
Yeah, remember
because
that?
he can't leave because he's this crazy, horrible, no good, whatever, tyrant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember
yeah, that one. Yeah, in a lengthy column published by the liberal news outlet on Thursday, North argued that Trump's presidency was so detrimental to the American psyche that lasting mental health effects can still be felt today, a week later,
I was going to say, it's only been a week.
and will likely continue to plague society for many times to come. Time and time to come. That's right. Quote, now, Trump has finally left office, despite his constant threats that he wouldn't. That wasn't his threat. That was yours. But,
Yeah, the man never said once that he wasn't going to go anywhere.
no, he said if either found legal or they can't prove it by the time he would leave. And he did. But the impact on on the American psyche of 4 years of racist rhetoric, incitement of violence, and out of control, out and out chaos remains.
Because you're still there.
Yeah,
You
are still there.
You are still there.
The
That's-
person who was actually dictating that crap.
Yeah, that's
is
kind
still
of the,
there.
That's kind of the way
You're still
you
pushing
figure
that
out.
line.
Yeah.
I mean, like if he's out of the picture, but it's still happening, it's because of something else.
Yeah, if you have two people in a room,
Right.
okay, and you walk out of the room for a bit for whatever reason,
Whatever that one person
I was
walks
gonna say,
out.
no. There's you walk away from the room and there's still two people in that room. You walk away from that room for a little bit. You come back to the room and you notice that there's a puddle in between the two of them, a pee, and nobody knows anything about anything. You turn around, you walk away. It comes back. There's another puddle of pee there. Oh, well, that means somebody's obviously peeing on the floor. You pull somebody out of there. You come back again later, and there's another puddle of pee on the floor. Dollars of donuts. It was the person still left there. I get it. That was a long way to the well, but that's kind of the point.
It's kind of it's good reference. All right.
That's the point.
Yeah.
You have two situations. You had Trump, and then you had everyone on the left.
Right.
The Marxists, the socialists, the Marxist socialists, the Democratic socialists, all these cats were turning around and going, oh no, Trump is all this, Trump is all that, he's inciting violence, he's causing all these problems, these racist rhetoric, blah, blah, blah. He is now gone, albeit only a week. Calm the hell down. But he's been gone. He's out. He's done. They're still here. And they're like, oh, well, it's still here. The racist rhetoric is still going on. The incitement of
problems are
violence,
still here.
It's
Everything's
still
still
here.
here.
It's all his fault. He was so bad it made it ingrained. No.
Kill us.
You're here.
Yeah.
You started it.
You're still here.
I read it. I'm going to be honest with you. I read this.
Uh-huh.
Reading that whole thing, all of it. Now, Trump has finally left office despite his constant threats that he wouldn't. It's a lie. He
didn't
never
threaten
threatened
that he wouldn't.
He wouldn't. Continue.
Even on Twitter, he didn't threaten that he wouldn't. He said if it's found legal or if they run out of time, he will leave office.
Yes. But the impact of American psyche, or the impact on the American psyche, 4 years of racist rhetoric, incitement of violence, and out-and-out chaos remains. That part right there bothers me to my core.
Because it wasn't him.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be honest.
I will say this. His Twitter posts, sometimes,
especially in the beginning,
they were mean.
Yeah.
They were mean. And people could say that it incited violence.
Yeah.
You could use that and say, there you go.
Yeah. But I'm going to be honest with y'all about something. I've never really said to anybody out loud about nothing before. But that's something that is one of my actual deepest fears. Like real true, like forget snakes and all that stupidness. Like that.
The real fear
is for people to not just straight up lie about you and what or me and what I do, but literally have it deemed that there's something mentally wrong with not just me, but everyone around because of me, to be locked away, all this kind of stuff. Like that bothers me, that this person can honestly sit there, and I say honestly, rather
this person can
cheek,
at the time
can sit there and sleep at night,
right?
Fully believing this whole crap that for 4 years there was racist rhetoric. There wasn't. Not from him. Incitements of violence. Not from him. Out and out chaos. Not from him. You know, just because somebody disagrees with you doesn't mean you start something. And they did it. And I don't know, man.
The chaos was always against Trump.
Yeah, the
violence was always against Trump.
Yeah, the racist rhetoric was against
Trump.
I
hate having to be the guy that says it because I'm not the guy that wants to look at myself and say, well, I had to carry water for Donald Trump.
I mean,
but in essence, that's how it was.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I mean, granted, he didn't help himself.
No, he didn't help himself, and he definitely...
The whole Twitter thing, I think,
he allowed
shot himself in the foot.
Yeah, he allowed instigation to happen. He basically called for it and said, look, attack me if you want to.
Yeah.
So sure. In that way, yes.
But it's just, it's so bothersome.
He wasn't the guy.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? I'm not saying he was a saint because he wasn't.
No.
He did a lot of stupid things. He said a lot of stupid things.
Because I don't think he took it as seriously as he did,
especially at the
end.
beginning. Yeah. At the very beginning, he didn't even think that he had won the election.
Yeah.
Okay.
The whole thing was, just
it was like a half joke to him.
It was a gimmick for him, and then by about halfway through,
he was like, "Oh crap,
this is real.
Gotta have to do something here."
Yeah. And the bad part about this is this is how people are. And it's not even a right left thing.
This is just how people thing.
This is how people are. This is and we allow it, and I say allow it, like we do this
to ourselves.
We're not going to be honest with ourselves and be able to be accountable for the actions that we do.
Yeah.
Good, bad, or indifferent. Like we and Stephen always say, we're not Trump people. We didn't vote for the guy. We're not party people. We're not people. We're principle people.
That's how we work.
I was flipping through, and Facebook does memories and stuff.
Yeah.
I was seeing a whole bunch of stuff 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
Of us?
I put up on there about, Trump and, how horrible he was going to be for the country and blah, 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 blah. And what's funny is I read that stuff and had the exact same, and I saw it, but from the angle now of these people.
Yeah.
It's the same. You could take it and transfer it and nobody would know the difference.
Right.
And I honestly, I kind of felt ashamed about that.
Well, we did change our opinion about it.
No, we did. And I know we did.
That's because he proved us wrong.
And he did. But I still, it's still that whole,
Well, we were going off of his own record.
Yeah, but the point I'm getting at is we don't follow people and worship people. We follow and worship the principle. We follow the principle.
Yeah, we
not
follow the
person.
principle. Yeah, and the actions.
Okay. Well, and I get the principle was hard to see in him, but we chose not to follow him for the exact same reason. If you get technical.
Yeah.
And doing that is just as bad. That was the part that I'm coming at. That's what made me feel like I was, had messed up.
Yeah.
It wasn't that, I didn't give him a fair shake, because everybody makes mistakes, and so who? It's not that big a deal. It was the fact that it dawned on me that, people are zealots for him because they worship him and not what he does. The same reason why he got kicked out was, that Biden made it into office.
Right.
Is not because people wanted Biden in office. It was because they wanted Trump out. Exactly.
Yeah.
And we were doing it, or at least I was doing that same thing, but kind of from the other angle. I wasn't giving principle a chance. I wasn't doing it that way. I just didn't want him there because I was convinced that I knew something that I didn't. You know what I mean? And so...
for me, it was, based on his track record of what he's done in the past, this don't look good.
Yeah.
That's what it was for me.
Yeah.
This don't look good.
No, and I was there too, but I was like, it's stupid. There's no way it's going to be wrong, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I was completely against it and against him, but I wasn't even giving anything else a shot. And so,
well,
I don't know. I'm rambling. I know.
It's fine.
But
it's fine. But that's not what they're talking about here. Because what they're talking about here
is
they're saying that the world is basically the
world's a vampire.
The world is a vampire set to drain, and we've been set to a different standard of chaos now. Basically, the world has PTSD because of Trump.
I love people who will never really truly experience PTSD or trying to diagnose the world with PTSD.
That's basically what they're trying to say.
I know.
Here, is America especially has PTSD of Trump. It's like, no, we don't.
Yeah.
No. If we have trauma at all, it's from Antifa, Black Lives Matter.
It'll just sum it up even easier. The trauma is coming from making something out of nothing.
Yeah.
Stirring the pot, making a mountain out of a molehill, accusing somebody of something without actually knowing the true intentions behind it.
Mm-hmm,
or for that matter, worrying about the intentions behind it.
Without having any idea of what's actually going on.
Because we're more after worried about why did you do something, not what did you do.
Yep. Which is why we had to change our opinion for a while.
Yeah.
Because we realized what was actually happening and what did they actually do.
Yep.
And that's what you should do.
If you're not constantly reevaluating yourself, then you're doing it wrong.
Reevaluate yourself, your actions, and your attitudes based upon new foundational information.
Yep. And it's hard to do.
It is. Nobody likes to look at themselves.
Well, and not just that, but nobody likes to be challenged with new stuff that might change things. Because even if you're not...
It's easier to stay the same.
Yeah, I was going to say, even if you're not a creature of habit or, someone who thrives in routine like me...
Yeah.
There is still a level and a certain part of you that is very much routine based. That is very much,
you have a sequence of events that happen every day.
And that's how you feel secure and safe. And when that gets violated or changed, everything goes to hell.
Right. At least for that day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it messes you up.
And nobody likes that. But you have to be willing to be able to go through that in order to become a better person.
Yep.
That's where wisdom comes from. That's discernment. That's
Adam W. Johnson over on the Twitters.
Need.
I know. Adam W. Johnson on the Twitters. This sounds like a precursor to blaming Trump for Biden's mental decline.
It does, actually. It's very, very, very close.
Very close, very close. Now, before we leave, let's end on a good note.
Okie dokie. On the evening of the presidential inauguration, GOP lawmakers relaunch effort to nullify federal gun laws in Missouri.
Yeah.
Some Republican legislators are moving to nullify federal laws in Missouri as Democrats prepare for them to take control of Washington for the first time since 2009.
Missouri basically wants all gun laws to be eliminated.
Yep. Or at least in their state.
In their state, at least. They want to go back to the 2A, and that's it.
That's fantastic.
That's amazing.
I wish them the best of luck. We're going to keep an eye on this one, and
Yeah, I hope it works out for him.
I do too.
Because it does there, then.
It'd be easier to spread.
Oh, yeah.
Just saying.
Heck yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. AmericanPrideRoasters.com is where you need to go for historically great coffee.
Mojo 50 is where you go, where you want to hear some amazing talk radio.
Yeah. Defenders Live, DOAEshow.com. Get in on the raffle. Become a Defender with us.
Yeah.
Drawings on Monday. Doc's Bell. We'll sign it, send it out to whoever's a Defender, and whoever wins it.
That's right.
Guys, thank you so much for supporting us and being around. We will see y'all Monday. Have a great weekend. We'll see you later.
Bye.